There was a time in this fair land when the railroad did not run, when the wild, majestic mountains stood alone against the sun. Long before the white man and long before the wheel, when the green, dark forest was too silent to be real.
It's a great day. Today is day 99 on the Pacific Crest Trail. On day 95, after having a great breakfast, walked out of the town of Cascade Locks over the Bridge of the Gods and then into the state of Washington. This is it. Day 95. Heading into Washington. You know, I can't describe what it feels like to walk into Washington. This is just an absolutely incredible moment. It really is. Day 96 through day 98, a lot of walking through the forest. The Pacific Crest Trail's version of the Appalachian Trail's green tunnel. Not complaining, mind you. It was pretty, and it was rather warm those days, so the canopy over me kept things cool. But spent a lot of time walking through the forest and then up and around Mount Adams. Yeah, I've been walking up from Cascade Locks up on the other side of the ridge now. First day in Washington. And I think that is Mount Adams right there. I think that's Mount Adams. And then, of course, over here, peeking through the trees, right there is Mount St. Helens. And then we turn this way. It's hard to see through the haze on the phone. That might be Rainier. I think I'm still too far south to see Rainier, but didn't see anything else on the map. I have to take a closer look. Just came up over a ridge, and that's what I was treated to. Pretty nice. Are we almost at the top? Great horses. Beautiful. Been in the woods for most of the last 3 days, slowly making my way towards Mount Adams right there. Gonna go around its base pretty soon. Been hiking through a burned forest for about the last mile. It's the first one I've run into. And well, this is the fourth day in Washington. But because it's burned, I can actually have a view around. Otherwise, it's just been a green tunnel. But I can see Mount St. Helens right there. Very pretty. And I'm coming right up on the base of Mount Adams, which I'll show in a bit. There's Mount Adams, coming right up on its base. She is big. Coming around the base, Mount Adams, and the clouds are starting to burn off, so see a little bit more of the peak. This is Forest Road 23, I believe. This is one of the 2 or 3 roads that lead into the small village of Trout Lake, which is about 15 miles southeast of where I'm standing. Between Cascade Locks and White Pass, this is a common area for thru-hikers to go hitch a ride from here into Trout Lake, do a resupply, and then get back on the trail the next day. For me, it's only 65 miles from here to White Pass, so I'm not going to be going into Trout Lake. I'm just going to continue to push on to the pass where I've got a box waiting for me. Because of the sediment coming out of Mount Adams, the water in the stream is like milky. So today is day 99. Entered the Goat Rocks Wilderness, and I'm walking through it today. Now, supposedly, Goat Rocks Wilderness is known for its great vistas, great views, particularly of Mount Rainier. Unfortunately, the clouds came in last night. It rained last night. Everything's still wet. And the clouds are still here. They were starting to break up. Looks like they're coming back. And it's starting to rain a little bit again. So hopefully as I'm walking through it, it'll break up a little bit so I can see Mount Rainier and enjoy it. Starting to be able to see a little bit more in the Goat Rocks Wilderness as the clouds burn off. Still pretty wet. It's really socked in. Used to be able to see quite a ways, but now it's just all clouds.
It's a great day in the Goat Rocks.
Wasn't that a great lady? I met her just walking down the trail in the Goat Rocks. She was coming towards me, and she goes, you know, I recognize you. I watch your videos. That's happened to me a number of times on trail. I got to be honest with you, it always catches me off guard. You know, because I'm doing my hike and I'm kind of focused in on it, and I take videos and then I put the video together, I post it, and before I really get a chance, I'm off and going again. And so sometimes it just takes me back that yeah, people do watch them. I do read all the comments, and I want to thank everybody that has written in a comment and provided words of encouragement. I really do appreciate that. So walking through Goat Rocks, I passed about 3 or 4 hikers that asked me if I was going to do the Knife's Edge, and when I said yes, they said, hey, we tried, and the wind and visibility wasn't any good. So they hiked up to it, checked it out, and then they hiked back down to lower elevation. Well, I had to go take a look myself. And sure enough, yeah, the wind is too high up here, and the clouds, as you saw them, are pretty low. And as I was getting up in elevation, it was just, I mean, there was no visibility, and it started to rain pretty good. So, but I wasn't going to turn around. I wasn't going to turn around. So about I'm camped about 0.3 miles from the glacier, about 0.8 of a mile from the start of the Knife's Edge. I found this emergency windbreak, and it just barely fits my tent, and so I pinched my tent right in the center of it. And so, you know, I'm gonna sleep, and hopefully in the morning everything clears up, and I can get to hiking again. But I mean, it's just one of those things. It's Knife's Edge is beautiful. It's a real grand experience, but it's also one of the most dangerous parts of the PCT, and so I need to take it seriously. And coming up here, taking a look, yeah, it wouldn't be safe to keep moving on, so it's all right. Just enjoy the evening and try again in the morning. Sun's still coming up. A little bit of wind left, but definitely has cleared. It's Mount Adams right there. Look at Mount Rainier. She is glorious. I worked my way through the snow, and now coming up is the Knife's Edge. Just got to get around this edge right here, and then down, and then over there. Looking behind me, this is where I came from. There's a path through all that right there. One more view looking towards Mount Rainier. Fortunately, the camera distorts the distance, because when I'm looking at it, it looks like that. Mount St. Helens. She's been hiding in the clouds the last few days. So I made it into White Pass. Between Cascade Locks and White Pass is about 150 miles. I calculated 6 days, 25 miles per day, and brought 6 days worth of food. And I made it here in 6 days, even with the delay I had up at the knife's edge. Got to White Pass and then went down to the Cracker Barrel store, not associated with the popular restaurant food chain along the East Coast. It's just a convenience store, but it does accept hiker boxes, and so I picked up my resupply box. They also have snacks and pizza, beer, ice cream, and they cater to hikers, so I was able to do a shower, laundry, and tent in their empty lot out back. So, you know, what more do I need? Got it all here. See you next time.
There was a time